everybody, welcome to Fun Friday. This is going to be a super awesome Fun Friday because it's going to cover food, fitness, fashion, and beauty. Just a few things. I promise I won't take up too much of your time because it is the Friday before Memorial Day, and hello, we all have awesome plans. So just a little note on Memorial Day, come back to the site tomorrow. I'm going to have a few little recipes up for you. And then on Tuesday, I will post some recipes to recover from perhaps a large Memorial Day party. All right, so we're going to start with the food because food is just fun in and of itself. Fitness, you have to make fun. Food is kind of already fun. So I'm going to show you some of my latest food obsessions, these things that I'm like really, I cannot put down. So the first one, these are sweet peppers, sweet mini peppers. I don't know if you can see either by, but these are fabulous, okay? And they look kind of like jalapenos, like a hot pepper or something, but they're really, really sweet. They're a little sweeter than bell peppers. And in the bag, they've got all the different, they've got 3 different colors, orange, yellow, and red. And what I do, the bag has little vent holes in it, so when I get it home from the grocery store, I go ahead, wash them off really, really good, and then I drain them and put them back in the fridge. And my daughter and I literally cannot stay out of them. We munch on them all the time. She takes them to school, and I mean, you just take the pepper. You can dip it in something if you want to, but really you don't need to. They are really, really sweet, and they don't have any of the bitter aftertaste that like a red or yellow bell pepper would have. So my next thing is this. You can see it hasn't been opened yet, but this is PB2. You see that? There we go. All right, and you have to order this online. They don't have these in grocery stores yet. Maybe they will, but online you look up PB2, and I get mine from Bell Farms. They have recipes there. You can do anything with them. In all honesty, I only do 2 things really with it. I put it in my chocolate shake to make almost like okay, it is not a peanut butter cup, but it's a chocolate peanut butter. You can never reinvent the Reese's, sorry. But it's really, really tasty, and it's 85% less fat. And people are like, oh, isn't that fake because it's processed and blah, blah, blah. It's dehydrated, basically. They've taken all of the fat and liquid out of it. So it's a powder, and then you reconstitute it with water. And you can either, I mean, I don't reconstitute it before I put it in my shakes. I just put a couple of spoonfuls of this in there. And then sometimes in the afternoon, or if I'm going out to eat, and it's going to be a couple of hours before I eat, but I'm kind of noshing, then I'll mix some and put it on a rice cake just because it helps to fill me like peanut butter does without all of the fatness and that heavy feeling. I still do eat regular peanut butter, don't get me wrong. Okay, my last food obsession, other than avocados, by the way, which I didn't bring one to my office today, but avocados, love avocados. You can put them on your skin, you can put them in your hair. They are phenomenal for your hair, skin, and nails, and they're just yummy. But these little puppies, cocoa roast almonds, these are dark chocolate. It's not a chocolate covered almond, okay, it's dusted all around. It's got little particles of chocolate on it, and it really is, it's kind of like, you know, the almonds all went out to a party and they rolled in the chocolate dust. So I mean, who wouldn't if it was there? And these are really low in sugars. There's only 1 gram of sugar. I do want to give you a little disclaimer about this, okay? You've got to watch your serving size, and I'm not even going to show you how many are missing, but I will tell you my children eat them. It's totally why so many are missing. Anyway, so your serving size is 1 ounce, which is about 1/4 cup when you're looking at almonds. And these, they're sweet, but they're not overly sweet. You know how chocolate covered almonds are like they're so sweet because it's like all this chocolate in a little bitty almond. And you can kind of, you know, if you eat too many of them, you'll get kind of sick, or you'll start to feel like you just kind of overdone it on the sugar. These don't have that, so they're really easy to overdo it on, especially if you have a big sweet tooth like me. So make sure that you portion them out in little snack bags or something, and that way you can just grab that. I obviously have not done that. So that's okay, we all have our faults. So moving on to fitness, my latest fitness obsession, other than yoga, because I've been doing a lot of yoga. Sadie Nardini rocks, by the way, for yoga, because it's a workout. I mean, you know, it's getting, I've already lost a couple inches off my waist and my belly's flattened out, and it's just awesome, awesome. So, but this, the Booty Bar by Tracy Mallett, who to me is like, it's like Barbie, just not necessarily like her body, but her personality and everything. If Barbie were from Australia, this is who she would be. So this is a really fun workout. Men, you can do it, but let's be honest, it's mostly ladies on here anyways. So this helps to lift, tighten, and tone your glutes, and it gives you dancer's legs, which I've always wanted. And I tend to be one of those people that carries a lot of muscle in my legs. If I'm not carrying muscle, it's going to be fat, and I always thought my legs were just destined to always be huge. And with these kind of bar workouts and you know, mixed with the yoga, I've been able to really lean out my legs to where over the past few weeks, like I'll be driving down the road and I look down and I think that can't be my thigh, because it's really slim and still fit though. And so, you know, that's just another thing. So beauty, my latest obsession here is the Garnier Beauty Balm. Beauty balms are a huge thing. This is the Skin Renew, and I don't like to spend a lot of time on my makeup. I'm really terrible about, you know, if it takes more than 10 minutes for my makeup, then I don't want to do it. So this is a great way to just cover all of the imperfections, which I have a ton of. And it's not camouflage, you know, it's not heavy duty makeup, it's not high definition makeup, but it does help. And it's, you know, I do this with some Estee Lauder powder and then my color on top, but this you could just put on like before you run out the door, you know, and it has an SPF in it of 15, which is your bare minimum. So as far as the fashion goes, I have some really exciting and awesome news. Athleta happens to be one of my favorite brands, and no, I'm wearing Under Armour today, but Athleta happens to be one of my favorite brands. They're very high-end, think Lululemon, that kind of manufacturing. They're really high-end clothes, very well manufactured, very well put together. One of my favorite things is their swimwear, because whether it's a two-piece or a one-piece, you know, no matter how cute you are in your swimsuit, and I know there's people that work so hard for their body and they're so cute in their swimsuit, but they can't do anything because the swimsuit's going to fall off. And there have been countless number of times that I go to the water park with my kids and I can't go down the slide with them because I'm afraid that I'm going to flash everybody at the water park, which would be no good, ever. So Athleta is the fashion part of it. Their suits are really cute, very aesthetically pleasing. They have a ton of different varieties, a ton of different cuts, so that, oh, I got an email, woo! But anyways, a ton of different cuts to fit just about any body type. And they're, you know, they're cute, they're funny to look at and all, but yet they're functional. They've got the function done. So you can go down the water slide and then you can jump up and you don't have to feel like anything's gonna fall off or fall out. So Athleta is awesome, awesome, awesome. They also have the best yoga pants in the world, hands down. So they are opening a store. They used to be just online only. They opened a store in Houston last week. So if you're in the Houston area, I beg of you to go by and check it out. It's awesome. And you can go and, you know, try on a swimsuit or try on some yoga pants and go, wow, she totally knows what she's talking about. And if you're not in Houston, don't worry. They're opening some other stores, and they are online at athleta.com. Here on this website at the very beginning of June, I will be reviewing their new triathlon training guide, or their Tri-Girl training guide. It's a training guide for women who work out. I mean, who, you know, fitness. They run, they yoga, they swim, they sign up for all the races and all of that, and it's a training guide for that, coupled with their clothes. And I have to tell you, I'm going over the training guide now, and it's really awesome. Very good, solid training. So I want you to come back here on June 4th and check that out. Come back this weekend, check out some recipes for Memorial Day, and I want you to have a really good weekend. Hopefully you get to see some friends and family. Let loose, have a good time, and remember that you are awesome.